Okay, we're live. Hey, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you for coming. And so today, you like my little Christmas background? I learned to do
Yeah,
that. I didn't used to know how to do that. I'm learning so much stuff on this computer, you know, from not being able
very
to know how
good.
to turn it on and off. So, but anyway, I don't know who's all going to come today, but we'll talk about our stuff, and then whoever comes comes. Oh, hi, Laura Hammond Davis. Hi, oh, that's you. I'm saying hi, Tanya. Hi, Tanya. So I'll wait for a few people to come in here, but well, I'll just tell you, Laura. This is my name's Deann, and this is my channel. It's Deann Shield Maiden Tarot. So, and today I have my friends here with me that I'm excited to have. I always love having. I've got Tanya here. I'll take this little banner off so you guys can see her name. It's
Okay.
Tanya, and she has a channel, Tea Time with Tanya, and it's amazing. And you should see it. It's
Amazing.
wonderful.
Definitely go like and subscribe, and listen to all her videos.
Yes,
It's
yes.
really
It's
beautiful, powerful information.
yep. She will make you jump off your chair. She is just
I
really,
mean, she's gonna
yes,
motivate you.
yes, she does.
She motivates me.
I
Yeah.
feel so lucky to get to meet you guys. And she, I saw Tanya and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to have her on. I have to meet her. And
Yeah,
we
I
like
mean,
each
how
other
can
right
you
up.
not? Because Tanya's aura is like as big as the planet.
I know. I'm like, where's her email? Where's her email? And also Tanya, she has sells these beautiful sachets I want to tell you about, and sprays, room sprays, and she got me one, and I put it in my pillow, and it oh my God, it smells so good, and I slept so
Mm,
good. And so really I would recommend you guys checking those out, because when this
I'm
one runs
going
out,
to.
I'm getting another one. They're
Me
nice.
too.
And so, and then below me there, I have a beautiful Val from Dragonfly Crystals. And I have got to lucky enough to meet her and read with her. And your aura is like, you are so kind and so beautiful. And just so, I mean, I am so lucky. It's like God, universe, whoever has brought me to some really good people. And she does Akashic records. She does
I think
Akashic.
we just mirror back what you are. See, so right back at you.
Thank you. Well, I was going to tell you guys she does Akashic records, which I learned about in our last video. If you want to watch that, she told us all about the Akashic records, which I didn't know a lot about. I'm thinking getting on a ladder, going up to heaven, grabbing a book. I thought, how do you get a record? How do you get the bookshelf from heaven? So it was really interesting getting to hear about it and hear people's questions. But she has classes on Akashic records, and you can take those, and me and PD are going to take those. My friend
Me
PD is
too.
not here today. She's not feeling well, so everybody say a little prayer for her, because so
Oh,
she'll be here next time. She just needed to rest today. So you got us. And but yeah, you have classes, and don't you sell crystals?
I do. I mean, my website has crystals. They just happen to be from my old crystal store that I have. So I have a ton of crystals, although 99% are not even on the website yet because
Oh,
I'm so busy doing other things like the classes and a lot of YouTube shows. But if you did ask for crystals, I will put them on, and you can pick from them to buy
I love
something if you
crystals.
want to.
I love
Yeah,
crystals. They last forever,
yeah,
and they're not as expensive as buying diamonds. And I love them. And you
yes,
can pass them down, and they have energy and power
and
to them, and they're
yes, they
beautiful.
definitely vibrate, and all of them have different jobs and purposes, so you can
Yes.
really take advantage of that. Yeah,
So, and
by
there's a crystal
really
Bible you can get.
enhancing your own energy with your crystals,
Oh, they're
expanding.
beautiful. Every
Yeah,
time we go on vacation and I see a crystal shop, I'm like, we have to go there. We have to go, because I got to find crystals that I don't have. I need
yes,
new. He's like, how
yes,
many crystals do you need? All of them. You need them all.
yes, yes. Good
So
answer.
what we're going to do, you guys, is we've got some of your, first I want to say hi to everybody. Then I'm going to tell you, we're going to be reading on some paranormal and supernatural stuff. But I wanted to say for Val, Starfish Jenny, she upgraded to her membership. And we got Sherry. So thank you,
Yay.
Starfish Jenny, and
Yes.
Sherry, Trancing with Spirit. And Laura Hammond Davis is here. How do you pronounce it? Mira. More?
Oh,
I don't know.
Moira.
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 Okay, if we messed it up, we're sorry. We tried. My name gets messed up all the time. Saldros, and who else is here? Thankful. Hey, Thankful. She's on my channel. She's been a member for a long time. Love her. And oh gosh, we got all kinds of people in here. Mildred. Hey, Mildred. Linda Bishop. What'd you say? You thought that was a donkey in a red ribbon? Oh, it kind of looks like a moose. I think it's a moose or a reindeer. I think it's supposed to be a reindeer.
I think it's a moose.
It looks like a moose with the, like Tanya said, it's got the big beak like a moose.
Yeah, I got some different ones.
The big jowls.
I've got the hot cocoa ones, and I learned how to download these, and I went crazy downloading different backgrounds. So then I did too many. So what we're going to talk about, you guys, is we asked you guys for some paranormal ideas, and here's what we got. And I'll tell you, I was trying to look up some things because some of these things I didn't know about, so I had to look up and find out about them. So we can read on them. We can talk about them. Miss Tarot D asked about mermaids. Now, I found a ton of stuff about mermaids, a ton. But it was so much that I think I might need a separate show just for mermaids.
There could be. It's a big topic. Yeah.
It's a big topic, and there's a lot. So I'm planning on doing a separate show for mermaids. I wanted to do the ice wall, but I got to get some information on that. One person asked about intergalactic light beings and said, I would like to hear more about the Arcturian healers and other ET healers. Thanks. So get rid of this. I did looked up to see what the heck is an Arcturian and all this stuff, because I'm learning this stuff. Tanya's the one who probably know more than me. But I'll read you just a little bit of what I got.
I channel them. So
well, for people like me that don't know,
I channel Arcturian. I have a big connection with the Arcturians, and they channel through me a lot. So, it's not, and they would channel to anyone. All you have to do is open it and listen, and they will connect with you.
Well, here's what I found out and you tell me, you guys, if there's anything. It says, according to the beliefs of certain New Age movements, Arcturians are very advanced extraterrestrial civilization from Arcturus star system who wish to share their knowledge and wisdom with the citizens of Earth. They are described as other dimensional advanced star beings. Arcturians are said to be loving and peaceful beings who are willing to communicate and work with any soul that wishes to travel with them to a higher level. And it says, currently, they would guard the earth and help healing the planet and raise its vibrational energy. Emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual transformation would be among their primary goals. Arcturians would regularly incarnate on Earth and would have been involved in the Earth's evolution. It says, in addition to the Arcturian community, there is said to be similar communities on site. Is it Sirius? All these names I can't. Pleiades, Lyra, Antares. All these names I can't pronounce. And the idea of Arcturians was based on readings of Dolores Cannon. She's an American hypnotherapist. So she does hypnosis and finds out about people's past lives and stuff. So what do you guys know? You guys know about the extraterrestrial.
Yeah, Dolores Cannon, she did the quantum healing technique where it was she's off planet now, but it's where you go into a meditative state, and she brings in your higher self or even other galactic beings that channel through. But I mean, they'll talk to anyone, who, not just people who are evolving, anyone who can connect with them, because they have plenty to say. They will work with you and raise the frequency, but they definitely are working with the planet to raise the frequency of humanity. It is something that they're like, you could call them the guardians of the galaxy. They are ancient beings. So they have been around full of wisdom and very advanced.
How did you find out about the Arcturians and be able to start
It
don't even remember.
started with Norma. Oh, I can't think of her last name right now. This lady, you look her book up, look up the Arcturians in Amazon, and you'll probably see her book. Marquis, no, oh, I can't think of her last name, but she wrote this book on meeting the Arcturians. I think it was based in Mount Shasta or something like that. But I started to read that book like 25, 30 years ago, and I'm getting such a resonance with the information that I really, in meditation, ended up connecting with the Arcturians, and the rest is history.
So tell us, how would you do that? How would you connect? I mean, when you are thinking about, I would like to connect, if somebody wants to connect with the Arcturians, I hope you don't mind me asking that, just an idea.
It's that simple. If you have to be in a meditative process so that you raise your energy, you have to raise your vibration up, just like if you were doing mediumship or anything else in that way. They are higher, much higher vibrating rate than us. So we have to reach up there, raise our vibration up, and then, from that crown chakra up, say, I would like to speak. Can an Arcturian step forward who can give me information on XYZ? And it will happen. It's that simple. There isn't any dividing line between any of us. We're all connected.
That is so cool. Have you ever had experiences with that, Tanya?
With the Arcturians?
With the Arcturians?
I don't channel the Arcturians, but I astro project. Now, I listen. There is, and I can't remember what her name is. There is this one channel who channels in the Arcturian language, in light language. And I listen to her. And when she's speaking in Arcturian, when she's channeling in the light language, I feel it with everything in me. Like, I understand what she's saying, and I feel the message that she's trying to give me. I got my thing up. I watch. I have a couple of channels that I watch. Yolanda Marie introduced me to the Arcturians, and I watch her channel, and she gives a lot of downloads on what's going on in the councils and stuff like that. And I completely believe all of that stuff. I believe that that's happening on the moon, that there are councils that do meet, that all of what's happening on this planet is being monitored. And they're basically stopping us from infecting the rest of the universe with our bullcrap.
So you think they're trying to keep, or do you think those are the ones, or do you think it's a combination of people that are trying to, or aliens that, you see them hovering over nuclear sites, you see them hovering over Israel?
Many different species of aliens. They are all, that's the thing. A lot of people want to tell you that there's all these crazy wars going on in space and stuff. There are councils. There is peace. There's more peace out there than there is war. I'm not going to say that there aren't warring factors, because there are, but it's not the predominant. And the ones that are here are not here to hurt us. They are here to monitor. Remember, this planet is not just us on top of it. And we're not even on top of it. We're like the third layer. So
absolutely. We're like the third or fourth iteration of the humans who have come and gone.
Yes.
So I totally agree with what Tanya's saying. And so there are people inside the earth. There are more than one species of different people who've been here way before we were. So
we're not even. Is it the reptilians and the Greys that are supposed to be underground?
The Greys are right here with us.
Yes, and they really are. There's the tall whites they live in the mountains, and then there's the Nordics who live in Antarctica and various places, there are so many. There's the ant people who live underneath the earth, plus a whole bunch of other people. I mean,
I love the
beings.
ant people.
Yes.
I love
So,
the
I
ant people.
mean, we are like not even, we're like the last comers of people to
So-
inhabit the earth.
We are so minute in the grand
Minute.
scheme
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
And our consciousness, and that's the reason why so much is going on right now, is
Mhm.
because they are trying to raise, literally, Gaia is trying to raise the whole consciousness of this planet at once. And we got some dum-dums here, boy.
That are resisting,
Woo!
right? The people that are resisting and want to keep things the way they are and they don't want
Yes.
the change to happen, they're fighting it.
Oh, I love how you put that, Tanya.
But I know what you mean. I was watching a lot of the interviews today with some people. I'm like, oh Lord, help us. You know, some of the people they interviewed, the way they think or don't think.
Oh, they don't even read. They don't even know what they're talking about, and yet they'll pursue a particular
so opinionated.
candidate or whatever.
And will fight you for it. Will fight
Yes.
you, and they will be completely
Yeah.
wrong.
Wrong.
But
But it
You
will
can show facts
you'll
and it
want
don't
to pick
matter.
up a weapon, and they will defend their wrongness.
to
the
the
death.
end.
To
To
the
the
death.
death.
They had somebody today, and I kid you not, I was watching these interviews, and this has nothing to do with nothing, but I just have to say it because we're talking about that. This guy
Yeah.
was asked if he said if Trump got on the front of the White House and murdered somebody right in front of him, he said, I would still support the man. I am with him all the way. People said, what if he said he's going to be a dictator? Oh, he was just kidding. Well, what if he wasn't? Would you still support him? They said, yes. And they said that when Colorado wanted to take him off the ballot, they want to take Biden off the ballot for no reason.
No. Colorado took him off.
Well, took him, yeah. But we're waiting for the Supreme Court.
Just give a big hand
No,
to
no,
Colorado.
Colorado took him off the ballot. The Supreme Court is going to reinforce that. Remember,
And what was the reason?
states' rights.
The reason was
I hope you're right, God. I hope you're right.
Treasonous behavior.
Yes. And the thing
John
about
Roberts
being
is going to tell him he's got no case.
Yeah,
it's a whole show though. That's the finale.
But they'll be
I just ruined it for everybody. That's the finale. That should happen around October.
I like your finale, Tanya. I'm going to stick with you. Now, when I was reading on it, I was a little bit concerned. I got a maybe because I thought, well, there's a lot of Republicans there, and they may say, well, we want to wait and see the evidence, even though we all saw the evidence. I
don't think his health will hold out anyway.
I see in April.
But his money isn't holding out, and he's trying to sell anything, even his cheap suit to get.
They're buying it. They're buying it.
Nasty. How nasty is that? That is so gross.
It's pretty gross.
Pieces of his suit.
Pieces of his suit. Yeah, for
those sickos are gonna be smelling it.
Oh yeah. I hope you're right, Tanya. I do. And we need the Arcturians here. If they are people that are for peace and healing, and I think that do you think they don't come down? I mean, I know our government knows about them, right? Our government
First of all, they are energetic beings. They don't have a physical body at this point in their and they're I don't know if it's 9th level. They are way up there in the dimensional levels, and they're not people. They're not beings who actually. I mean, they might project an image for you, or they might come down energetically, but they really are not in a form that you and I would see. They're energetic.
Yeah. Well, I was listening today, you guys, and there's Miss Taro D. What'd she say? Val, Tanya, Hershey, thankful, and all my dear friends. Hope you're having an amazing day. We hope you are too, Miss Taro D. And we're going to do a show on those mermaids later.
Yes, and that is a whole subject because
it's a whole show.
It's a whole show. Yeah, but I'm just going to give you a highlight.
Yeah,
there are beings who really are in that form, and they are not what we would call human, and they exist even on other planets.
Oh,
There
yeah,
are
I read
planets
about them.
where these beings exist. So what we think is just fantasy, they really exist.
And there's
So
multiple kinds. There's ocean ones, lake
yes,
ones, river ones.
yes.
There are different
And
names in
yeah,
different countries all around the world. Christopher
They're
Columbus, you
different
know?
beings because you have the mer people and then you
yes, the
have
mer
the
people.
sirens.
Yes,
The
And you have
sirens
yes.
the
are not mer people.
extraterrestrial.
No,
Yeah,
they are not.
they're
No.
not the same.
The sirens will scare the crap out of you and drag you to the bottom of the ocean.
They were part bird. They were part bird. I better not say
Oh
too
man,
much.
you're giving me the chills.
Yeah,
But
they were
yeah,
part bird and part human, and the mermaids were part fish and part human. And there's a whole
yeah.
story about how they became mermaids and how that what all about the sirens. And I was reading all the different mermaids there are, and there's good ones and there's not so good ones. And so yeah, that's going to give us a whole show, Miss Tarot D. So I won't tell you
Yeah.
too much because I got a lot of info, and these guys know stuff too. So we'll save on that. But I do want to tell you guys that this, and we'll see what you think of. Tanya will tell me, she probably agrees with this. There was a guy who I was reading about because I'm looking up these Arcturians and stuff. And
Yeah.
he said that he saw a ship. This may not be the Arcturians, but he saw a ship, an ET ship. And he says when they first looked at it, it come down. And when he first looked at it, that him and his friends felt fear. And so it started to go away. And then one of them said, send it love, send it love, send it love. And so
Yeah,
they all
I
started
saw that.
focusing on sending it love, and
Yeah.
it started to come back down. And they've
It's
seen the eyes coming through it because they didn't.
it's only because yeah. And just to say that is because when you are resonating fear, a lot of beings, that was a light being coming down and being there in your space. They're not going to stick around if you're afraid. They're not here to scare anyone.
Right.
But our reaction to coming up against even the biological entities that the Greys use who are going to abduct you, they will cause a reaction within you. And even the actual tall Greys, they cause a reaction within you because you deep in your fear centers, because you aren't vibrating at the same rate they are. And that causes a complete, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know where to put it. It's something that is you're not able to cope. And most people faint or they pass out, but they do have technology that, makes you pass out anyway. But yeah. So the fear reaction, yeah, we have to get over that. It's something that as you get more indoctrinated into it, you would have less of a fear reaction.
I heard what you said. The higher you go up, the higher vibrational beings, their bodies change. That's why they have the different bodies than us, because their bodies have to match the vibration or something like that, I read.
Well, and then as you get higher up in the dimensional energies, you don't have bodies. You have a light body. You have
light. Yes.
You're energetic. So yeah.
See what people are saying here. Sonia says, do the Council of Light have a message for me about going forward to work with them?
Oh, Sonia.
I don't know if I have my cards here for that.
Sonia, does the Council of Light have a message? Well, Sonia, if you are being called, then you know. If you're being talked to, you already know. Here we go.
I have some alien cards around here, and I was looking for them, but of course I can't find them. I should have had those prepared. Sorry, guys. I'll be more prepared next time.
Okay. I just got the message for you, Sonia. Stay still. You will receive the frequencies. So it's like they're saying to you, they're sending you, either while you're asleep or if you meditate then, they're sending them to you. They sit in your energetic field till you're able to receive them in. information. These information come in frequencies, downloads. And that is what this is about. And generally speaking, they are preparing you because maybe you are to channel them. And I get the divine matrix for you. And this is interconnectedness, synchronicity, and coincidences. This matrix is a field of energy that's like the flower of life. You're connected to them. They are connected to you. We are connected to all that is. And what they are doing is getting you prepared, because when you reach out and you start to work with others, your energy will initiate elevated awareness in these people. It will like turn things on inside of them. This is what you're receiving now. You're in this preparation situation. But eventually, if you keep opening up to ask them to come in and give you a message so that your mind can have something to grab onto, they will come. But this is an energetic download for you to use that activates others. It isn't an intellectual exercise, if that makes any sense in this format.
I threw some cards just to see what I'd get, and I don't know what these two girls know about it, but we'll see. I just wanted to see what I got for you, what came up. I have an alien ET deck, and I wanted to find that, but I must have, who knows, it's around here somewhere. So I got that you could be having trouble because you could be in fear or there's a little bit maybe of fear in you about it, possibly, I don't know, or a little bit of doubt. Because the next one is the strength in reverse, and that is for self-doubt. So there could be a little fear and a little self-doubt, and so they're telling you not to be afraid, not to have doubt. I got balance. They said they want you to be more balanced. And I got to rest, and this is a meditation, rest, rejuvenation, and meditate, kind of like what Val was talking about. Maybe meditate more, don't have doubt, don't have fear. And they are here, cornucopia. I think they're here to bring good things for us, for healing and things. And with the magician, I feel like it's saying that you do have the power to connect with them, but just I'm getting let go of the doubt and a little bit of fear. That's all I got.
So when they said stay still, I think they're asking you to be patient and open up. And when they said you will receive the frequencies, that's letting go and allowing these frequencies in. So everything that Deann said resonates for me too. So I hope that helps. Tanya, what have you got? You always have some good stuff.
I know.
Well, you've got shadow work to do. You have got to do your shadow work. That is what is most pressing. Clear the clutter. Do your shadow work so that you can have a clear enough head to hear the messages that are being sent to you. This is the self work, the shadow work that has to be done. That's all that I've got. Do your shadow work so that.
And that shadow work is the same thing that Deann was talking about, clearing the fear, clearing the ego mind, all that stuff that we all have to clear before we can receive information in a clear way. Yeah, we all have to do that work to get there. There's no doubt
and
about
I haven't done it yet. So that message would be for me too. You know, that's stuff that I need to do.
It's ongoing, Deann. It's an ongoing thing. We're always letting go and letting go of stuff. So,
yeah. And then we got, see here, we have Cheryl. What did Cheryl say? Tanya is saging us. You were saging us. Said thank you, Tanya, for saging us. Appreciate it. I've seen that too. It's like, oh, I forgot to sage. Linda Bishop, all the racists are really going to be shocked when they learn that we share the earth with 12 to 24 different ET species.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Linda.
They may decide that someone, if a different earth race is okay. Well, yeah, if we can't get along with each other, if we can't get along, because of somebody's race or somebody's religion, or what are we going to do when we see these?
Here's the thing. The amount of people who are really restrictive in their mindset are a lot less than you think. They're just louder than the rest of us. So don't panic. I'm with Tanya that things are a lot better off galactically than you think that things are, because you might hear about all this stuff on different YouTube channels and things you read. And we have a lot of beings watching over us and assisting us. So never doubt, galactically and, in the angels and guides that are there working with us on all levels, we're headed in the right direction. And Earth has already turned a corner with humanity going toward the light. The choice has already been made. What's happening is we have to clean up the muck. The muck must raise to the surface, and it will be dissipated. That's what you're seeing now playing out, and it will purge, and you will see a much different world in a couple of years.
I don't know why this come to my mind. It's a silly thing to come to my mind, but I just thought about how when I clean out my closet, I got to make a big old mess all over the bed, clothes all over the bed before I can straighten it up and make it look nice. And then I'm cleaning house. It's a big old mess when you're getting rid of stuff and throwing stuff out. People come in your house like, what is going on? But once you get rid of that, it makes it nice.
It's so everything's all aligned. Everything's all clean and neat. Well, and organized energy. And this is what's happening. I love that analogy. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I wonder, you guys wonder, what do you think about, will they, because of some of the low vibrational things that are here still, is that why they're waiting to show them? I mean, I know some people have seen them, but I mean, to actually have on the news, here, we have people living here and us all know it and see it, other than them saying, yeah, there is UFOs, unidentified things.
There is an actual, they have treaties with governments on what they can and cannot do. And there are extenuating circumstances, because like the abductions, our governments allow them to abduct so many of us and do experimentation on us. Correct. We're like,
correct.
They know this is happening.
Yes. So. They are they have all over the world, the leaders signed these agreements, and it's been ongoing since early days, since was it the 30s or 40s? I don't even know. But it's been a long time. It's been a long time.
It's World War I.
They've been lying to us all this time. So, I mean, I want to know when they're going to come out and tell us they've been lying to us, or will they ever tell us?
They aren't ever going to tell us.
That's what's happening now. That's what's happening now. When you had the Air Force guy come on and said, we've got biologics, we've got UFOs, there are really aliens. That was the disclosure. It was just anticlimactic.
A soft disclosure. See, they're rolling out a program where they put a whistleblower out there, and they are sanctioned to be put out there. But on the back burner, they're slowly, they go around and they go, oh, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not real. But slowly but surely, they're rolling it out by letting whistleblowers come out. It's all a program to softly disclose, because the government has to save face in some way.
The biggest part of that, Val, is the dichotomy between religion. This is why they won't just say that there's aliens and there's 100 different races of aliens, and that there's life on
the religion aspect
out there.
Yeah,
the religion aspect, Tanya, you're absolutely right. They are fearing will cause the collapse of the stock market. God forbid their money should go to hell, and
they'll lose control.
the
they
nine
will lose
the nine
control
families
of
who
the
run the
masses.
world. Yeah, exactly.
And I'll
So
tell you what they say, the evangelical and the because I
yeah,
am an ex Baptist, and so
yeah,
I know
right.
what they say.
Yeah.
If you're aliens or the people that believe in aliens, that they are demons. That's what they're trying to tell
Oh
everybody.
yeah,
So
the demon
all of the
angle.
people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
are of
yeah,
that
yeah.
belief are believing these are demons and evil, and
Well,
so
everything's a demon to people, and that don't want to know or understand.
right.
Casting a something in a bad light because they don't want to face reality. Yeah, that's not going to fly if you really are looking at everything and understanding it.
We have a whole
Because
bunch
there's no there.
supporting the
I
demons.
don't believe there is a devil, like there's some devil guy. That's I don't believe in a devil
With
plane
horns
or
and a
any of that
tail.
hellfire stuff. We are here to learn things. We learn them, we take them back to source, and we are in that energetic state again with part of source. And then we come down and we say, "Oh, this looks like fun. Let's do Earth School again and learn X, Y, and Z." So this notion of hellfire and brimstone is a man-made concept here on Earth.
Scare
We
us.
created it and it caused fear. A lot of religions built upon that to keep you corralled and controlled. And they've done a heck of a job for a
Yeah, I
long
know.
time.
The Catholics used to make people do confession
Yeah,
publicly, and they would be
yeah,
in stocks and beaten and everything publicly,
yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes,
to control
yeah,
them. They knew everything you did wrong. Anything
yeah,
they would know everything.
yeah.
Happy birthday, Sal Rhodes. I don't know if I said your name right, but I hope you have a happy birthday. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Gina
Happy
Yeah.
said, "That's awesome. I don't understand. As we
Oh,
ascend, thought war would be a thing of the past or lower dimensions."
I forgot Sally. Happy birthday,
Oh, it's
Sally.
Sally. She goes, Sally. Okay.
Salrod. Salrod.
Sal Rod, happy birthday.
birthday.
So yeah, if we ascend, you'd
Yeah.
think war would be a thing of the past, or
Well,
lower dimensions.
we're still in the lower dimensions. We are on this Earth school, even in the fourth dimension. That's still a low dimension. So we're still dealing with what's on this physical plane. When we exit the physical plane into the etheric plane, even then, because there are beings all over the galaxy, there are beings that vibrate in the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th realm. So, I mean, it turns into pure light. But as long as you're dealing with beings that have a physical form that want to possess something, you're going to have conflict. You're going to have that duality. That's just
Mhm.
that's just I mean, that's the yin and yang of it.
Yeah. Yeah, where there's a good, there's bad, and sometimes there are certain things like that. The rain makes you appreciate the sunshine. When you don't have something, it makes you appreciate when you have. So I think there is that, like you said, that balance. And then we got
The
Sherry Train.
duality was supposed to be just a teaching method in this 3D system, in this galaxy, in this area. It is our way to show, yes, here's light, here's dark. Which do you pick? Here's
Yes.
this, here's that. How does this feel for you? Because we were always meant to finally come back to the light. It was an exercise in learning what beauty we have when we're divine source energy.
Yeah.
We feel what it's like to not have it. So that's how we forget who we are when we come down here, so we can
And the
just
meditation, when you do the meditation, do you feel like that helps you, that helps bring up your vibration? Do you feel that? Do you usually do it like?
when you do your meditation, and if you do it for as many years as a lot of people have done it, you start to feel like that God source energy within you. And as you're taking the breaths to get centered and calmed, or you're oming, however you're doing it, in that breath, in that God force breath that you're taking, you feel that bliss and euphoria, and that energy just is you. It is the energy coming down from the God source, and it is your internal God source energy. And yeah, you feel it.
I meditate, but I do. I need to do
Nirvana,
it more.
call it nirvana or samadhi, whatever word you use, you get in that divine bliss. Yeah.
Look at the puppy. She's so cute. Let's see here. I wanted to. Who do we have up there? Cheryl. Let's see. Miss Cheryl D. It says it's our fear that we aren't on the same vibration, or it's our learned prejudice, or the same thing. Yeah, fear and hate and all that has no place.
What we vibrate to here on 3D is an illusion, first of all. There is no separation between us and any other. There's no boundary between dimensions and us. Where all space and time exists now, and we are infinite beings. And we really are not low vibrational. It's just a concept. We put ourselves in this little box, but once we let ourselves out, we can vibrate to a very high, our normal. Now, when we'll get there, I don't know. But, that is the truth. It's an illusionary system here that we get to create, and we can create what we want.
I love this talk. I love talking about this stuff. It is so cool, just and I'm learning things too. I'm on the beginning of, I'm learning things from you. I learn things from Tanya. And then you guys asking these questions gets me to reading about these things too. Some things I know about US, some things I don't. So thank you so much. And I do want to tell you guys in the chat, I am terrible at typing on the chat. So my keyboard's way back here. So if I'm not typing back to you, I'm seeing the stuff you're saying, and I appreciate you so much. I'm better at talking to you than typing. If I type, you'll have like so many typos, you won't be able to read it. So I noticed that. Thank you, Tanya, for typing back to people, because I have such a hard time with that. I'm learning. I have, let's see. Oh, Sally says, I think the fear is just about death. But if I cannot fear death, I should be able to stand with the extraterrestrials. I don't fear death. I don't fear it. Because I don't believe there is such a thing. I believe that I'm just in this body, and when I leave this body, I'll be somewhere else. But I'm not. This body is
your energetic form. Yeah, that's right.
Because it's like a costume, or like I'm wearing a car.
Because you're projecting a little fractal of your soul down into this vehicle, and this is our avatar. So when you leave, you're just back in your energetic form, and it's pretty easy process, actually.
I always think too, the people that have prejudices and things like that, when they die and leave their body, they don't know which body they're going to be put in. They may be put right in, reincarnate right in that body that they had something against.
I'm going to tell you right now, all of us have been different races. We've been different ethnicities. It doesn't matter. We've done it all. And there is no, outside of these containers, there's no difference between any of us.
No,
at all.
We're all light. We're all light. We're all one.
We're all one.
And I wish people would remember that. We are not this, whether you're fat, skinny,
we are not the meat. We're not the meat suit.
We're not the meat suit. No. And I just wish people could just see that and love people for who they are, their soul. They will someday.
I think it really takes a self-love, and a lot of people don't realize they aren't loving themselves, and they don't forgive themselves for things. They don't forgive others. This creates a lot of barriers to self-love. And when you can love yourself, of course you can reach out and you feel love for others. That is the first foundation, is to love yourself, that part of you that is a spiritual being.
I feel like that's why we are here. We are here
It
to
is.
love others, to care about others, to be good, to overcome obstacles, to learn from them. And I just feel like that's, and some people, I wonder if they have to be reincarnated so many times because they don't learn. They don't learn to love. It's like, oh, go back to,
Well, here's the thing.
Can
We
I interject?
yeah.
Can I interject?
Absolutely.
I'm not saying anything is wrong, but I think the lesson is not so much about loving others as much as it is to love ourselves, to love the person that we are. Because once you love yourself, then it's easy
It's
to
the
love others.
foundation to
You're right.
everything.
When you
Tanya
can
is
accept
right.
yourself as for
Yes.
who you are, and you
That's it.
understand that, then your racism dissolves, because a lot
Everything
of the
comes
things that
from
we fear are the things that we loathe about
Exactly.
our own self.
correct.
You protect them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing though, and when we're on the other side and we're signing, we're going, oh yeah, I'm going to come down here and do X, Y, Z. That sounds fun. It's us saying what we're going to come down and do. We know who we're going to entertain and be with. We know who in our soul family or group we're going to do X, Y, and Z with. We know who our parents are.
Uh-oh, you froze. Come back, Val. Oh, she's having computer trouble. She'll be back. So you said you know who your parents are going to be? Huh?
I said a glitch in time.
This is, they said we're having a lot of solar flares and things like that, and that's
Have
making
you
a
not
lot of
been
this.
listening to my shows?
I did. I listened to it today, and I listened to what you said about what you just said, and I resonate with that, because that is the hardest lesson, is to learn to love yourself, because you are you have, like when you're in school, kids are bullied. You go, maybe you have a home, maybe you have trouble in your child. So people listen, and you start taking on other people's opinions of yourself as your own, and she'll be back. But you know what I mean? And I remember when I was a kid, and I had thick glasses. My goofy last name. I thought I was very shy. Believe it or not, I was very, very shy, because I'd always look down, because I felt like if somebody said I was pretty, I thought, oh, they're just making fun of me, And I took on other people's opinions of me as myself. And if I did something, if somebody was upset with me, I always thought it was my fault. And so I have just started to learn that I have to love myself. Other people's opinions of me don't matter. I mean, I know I'm a good person, and I'm trying to be the best person I can be. And I got to quit letting other people make me think different of myself. Like you said, you got to love yourself to be able to love other people, like the oxygen mask, taking the oxygen mask before you can help somebody else. So I listened to you today, Tanya. I listened to that show.
I love you, Deann, but that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the solar storms.
No, but you were talking before that about loving yourself. That's what I was saying. I watched your show today, and I knew you weren't talking about that then, but I was talking about what you said before, that I was watching your show today, and that you were talking about loving yourself. And I said, that is a big thing, a big lesson that I think a lot of people, it's a hard thing to do for a lot of people. And maybe it takes a long time to keep coming down here and figuring that out.
It does.
But the solar storm, say it again about the solar storm, since Val was.
Oh, the solar storms. Okay, so for the next, oh my gosh, for the next 3 weeks, the sun is throwing a temper tantrum. And
it kicked me off.
Yes. And it's gonna keep happening, guys. Everybody in the chat, please. And I'm about to have a coughing fit. Prepare to lose your internet.
Yes.
Prepare now.
Yeah.
It's a real thing.
Prepare now.
I gotta excuse myself. I'm gonna cough.
Yeah. So I knew.
Internet.
I said those darn solar flares. I mean, my internet it's good, except for that. The solar flares are definitely having an impact. There's no doubt.
They are. They say, and they're having an impact. It says between now and 2026 or something like that.
Yeah,
they're going to be having a big impact on us.
I think so. It's going to be while. Yeah. So
See all the new stuff I learned from you guys and from this community, you know? By next year, I'll be teaching other people. I'll be taking your Akashic record class and I'll be teaching other people maybe someday.
yes, you will. You
Yep.
and PD, both of you.
Yep. We're both going to take it. We just wait until after the
Yay.
holidays.
Awesome.
Oh, poor
love
Tanya getting. What were you saying, Val? You started to say something before you got
Oh,
caught.
I was just saying, I was just saying, this is something that helps you understand the concept that you are responsible for creating the life that you're in. Because before you incarnate, you design the life that you design your lessons, you design who you're going to interact with, and you agree with all the parties. Then you come down. So you experienced harsh parents who taught you no love, or that's for you to understand how to love yourself, how to give love to others. So that was your lesson with that. Or maybe your mother was harsh and critical with you, and you learn how to have an open heart and be balanced with your masculine and divine feminine energies. Maybe that's what you learned with that lesson. Or maybe there's so many different ways we learn. And these are all planned lessons. So who you're cursing was giving you a lesson you signed up for. So you can't really blame people in your life for the lessons you're getting. So that's
That's true,
sense.
because a lot of people, they will blame their childhood. They will blame it forever. And they keep making mistakes, and instead of learning, they just blame the past.
So what you do is you pull it back to yourself, and you forgive yourself, and you forgive others. You forgive yourself for putting yourself through that, just on a 3D level, even though it was a beautiful lesson, just so you can forgive and open the doorway to forgive everyone that you feel wronged by, real or imagined. I always say real or imagined, because it's a 3D concept. Grief, guilt, blah, 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 blah. And, blame, shame, all that. So you just work with those things by forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And that opens a doorway to allow you to love yourself.
It really does.
Yeah.
That was good. I liked hearing about that. That's great. What were you going to say, Tanya?
Well, because I was just going to expound on that, what Val said. Now, because I don't know if I told you, Val, or if I told you, Deann, but one of my major traumas, the major trauma in my childhood, was, number one, I was sexually abused by my stepfather.
Oh, there you are.
But the way that he kept me under his control.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I said I was sexually abused by my stepfather.
Yeah.
And the way that he kept me under his control was, and it was the most hurtful thing that I think he could have said to a 12-year-old little girl. But he told me, "You're ugly, and no one's gonna love you but me." And that was the image that I carried with that was, I saw myself as ugly and unlovable until I was 54 years old.
And you're so gorgeous. So this is the lie you were told, that hurdle to get over and love yourself that much. That's how powerful you are. How great a thing you had to overcome was that big. And you are like, you're this huge power. So that was a big thing, a big hurdle to overcome. But who are you? This amazing, unbelievable energy. So you set that up so you could be this tremendously giant energy form. I mean,
and you help other people, when you talk and stuff, it helps other people. I mean, it's just amazing. Both of you guys, I know when I was young, I got called, I was dumb a lot. I was stupid. And I was told I was ugly too. And so I just, I really thought that for the longest time, but I proved them wrong. I went and I became an ophthalmic technician. I took what would have been a 2-3 year college course. I bought books myself. I studied it myself. I got a degree on that myself. And I have been spending my life proving I am not. But I do get triggered sometimes if somebody talks down to me, and that is some shadow work I need to do.
Yeah.
Isn't that what that is? The shadow work kind of.
Yes, that's our shadow work.
Triggered?
And yes, when you're getting triggered by others, that you have something to work on.
Yes, yes.
I mean, who doesn't get triggered still? I think it's an ongoing process. You think you've got it all, but maybe there'll be a little twinge of something when you're sitting with somebody and you'll go, huh? It's not quite a trigger, but it's baiting you in some way to be triggered. So that's what I still have that.
Yes, it's hard to overcome those things, you can, but you can. And you can make it, you can believe it, or you can make it make you stronger.
But I mean, with Tanya,
Tanya's beautiful.
You are so gorgeous. It's ridiculous. I mean, come on. It's like, if I could talk to the 12-year-old Tanya or whatever, I'd be like, oh, kick him in the nuts and, let's be done with it. But I mean, whatever. But,
I went to Danny Shea's shamanic class a while back because I wanted to learn about shamanism. And he was talking about you were imagining your younger self, the little girl you used to be. And you're a woman now. And what would you say to that young little girl who had those feelings as today, knowing what you know now? And I just got to crying because, I thought, well, I would tell her, you are not dumb. You are smart. You can do anything. You can, all the things I would tell her. And it's like, you're telling yourself, that little girl, you tell that little girl what you wanted, and that's you. So I thought that was a really nice little, I don't know, thing to kind of imagine, when you get that way. Yes. And Sherry, Transing with Spirit, we're almost done. Said the galactics are so far ahead in development that our government doesn't stand a chance.
It's really true. It's just through their patience with us, and sure there might be some manipulative groups out there that are ET races, but for the most part, they are just overseeing everything, like shutting down nuclear plants or nuclear missile silos when they try to do their testing. But it's all, let's look at it this way. We are evolving, and let's think that we're being helped to evolve. Because from my perspective and from my team of people that I channel, that's what's happening. I choose to go with that line of thinking rather than the conspiracy theory ideas about, the reptilian concepts and other things because you are going to bring to you what you put your awareness on.
Yes.
So
that's good to know. See, I got these two wise women that you need to subscribe to. So I want to say, I'm going to look at a couple of these questions and then I'm going to have to go because I have a friend coming over. But I want to say that please, make sure you guys like these guys, go to their channels. I've got it in the description box. You click on it and you can go to their channel and like them. And please do me too. I always forget to tell you, I'm trying to get to 4,000 guys. And when I do, I'm going to give away 4 free readings. And we're going to do a lot more fun stuff on my channel. Sometimes I do the politics, but sometimes this stuff is fun to be able to learn. I learn, you learn, and I enjoy it. Laura Hammond said, strange that the powers should be more comfortable with AI and all the potential dangers, admitting there are actually other living intelligence. AI is another subject we might cover on another show.
Can we talk about Tartaria on one show?
Absolutely.
Can we please talk about Tartaria?
Text it to me. I've got a list, and then we will each week we will go through one of those things and do a show on it. Then Kieran Robbins, I got 2 more comments I wanted to look at. She says, if that's so, my guides were drunk when they came up and with this plan, and they're all doing is watching me from the other side laughing. She fell for this
one. Look at
Oh no.
Nah, you're special, Karen, man. You are special. and very brilliant and bright and have great imagination. And okay, and Risa Simpson, absolutely is what I did. I forgave myself for things and I allowed and did. I lost my daddy at age 10, but I never blame it on that.
Yeah.
Risa, you're beautiful. I see
Yeah.
looking at your picture. What a beautiful girl you are, woman.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Risa, for that.
I wanted to tell you before you go. So here's what we got left, you guys, and you're going to text me that about what you want to read on, so I can add it to my list. The Tartarian. Okay, so we got mermaids. We got a show on mermaids we're going to do so far. You guys gave us. I got the ice wall. We talked a little bit about intergalactic light beings and Arcturian healers. We can still keep going on about that.
Yeah.
The next one I thought about doing too is shifting timelines. I got a lot of information on that.
Yeah.
That was interesting. We've got, let's see, what else did you guys give us? Oh, yeah, another one, shifting timelines, the skinwalkers. I did a show on that when I very started this, you guys. I was just starting my channel with my phone on my salt and pepper shaker and my napkin holder. And I had looked up about the skinwalkers and I did it. And I had sage burning and I read the whole thing about, and then I read my cards on it. And I read the whole thing about the skinwalkers. Creeped me out, creeped myself out.
Yeah.
Oh my
gosh. It's a little crazy of a vortex like airport for all the things.
Yes. I started out my channel and I started doing shows that I was learning about the skinwalkers. And then I read the cards on them and did the pendulum. And then I did the Bigfoot and I did the Greys and the reptilians. And I was learning as I was doing these and throwing cards. But now I've got people that know a little bit more about this too. So it'll be fun conversation for us to talk about together. Sure. It's been a year since I did it on skinwalkers. So I've forgotten a lot. So, but I want to thank you, Tanya, for coming on, and you, Val, and I got that friend coming over, or I'd stay longer because I love being with you. And
I just wanted to tell everyone that Tanya and I are going to be on in an hour. We're doing a show. So come on and, bring your questions. We'll read on your questions, whether they're political. This
girl's been busy today. And you too. 2 shows and 3 shows.
I'm taking her with me.
I know. I'm so happy you guys met each other and happy I met you and happy to introduce them to you guys. And like I said, support them and please support us. It doesn't cost anything to hit the like and subscribe. And I think if you leave a comment, any comment, you can put a comment down. What ideas do you want us to read on? Give me stuff to add to the list for our shows. And I think that helps the channel too when we have comments. And I do write them down. I have my little list here of everything you guys have told me. And we will go through the list and we'll have fun maybe every Friday, or when we can, we'll do this for you. Sure, if you guys still want to do this next week?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we go, Tanya, do you have any shows you want to tell everybody that's coming up? The one in an hour.
Yep, we got a show at 4:00 with me and Val on Val Dragonfly Crystal's channel. Yep. Gonna have a good time over there. And then we're all coming together for the PJ party, right? On New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, we're gonna wear our pajamas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be I'll be ready for bed. That'll be so cool. I can just come in and we have slumber party, we'll have our own little slumber party
at Deann's house.
Yeah, and bring your drinks, wear your pajamas. I might even wear my rollers. I don't know. I'm gonna be
Bring your adult beverages.
Now I can go for that.
Adult beverage.
The adult beverage.
And we can be silly and goofy and have fun, and we'll have our own New Year's Eve party. Right. I like that. We can stay home in our jammies and celebrate. And then I got the 27th. Christmas. I'm kind of holding off a little bit on shows after Christmas. But the 27th, I've got Terry Holding Your Space coming on at 6:00. I think we're going to do some personal readings. I'm not sure. I'm going to check whether we'll kind of decide then. And then I got a political show on Thursday with Arthur Ease Your Mind. And then Friday the 29th, we do we still want to do our show on the 29th, our paranormal, and then we'll do our slumber party too?
I actually have a polyterology, so I want and
On
a
New Year's
story in
Eve?
the card. Yes, I won't be able to do the New Year's Eve one, but
Oh, darn.
I
Maybe we
mean,
can
not
work
on the
it.
20. You're talking about the 29th, though?
Yeah, the 29th. Can you? We want to do a
Yeah,
show?
I have polyterology.
Okay. On
So
New Year's Eve, do you doing anything New Year's Eve?
I don't think I have anything on New Year's Eve.
You got a pajama party. So you guys, I will talk to you later. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Val. Thank you, everybody. Wonderful, wonderful people in the chat. And go in an hour and go see them. I'm going to go get me something to eat, and I'm going to see if I can sit back and watch them. I might be lurking in the background while I'm eating.
Right.
I'm going to be listening. So
Mildred, it'll be 6 p.m. 6 p.m. New Year's Eve.
I got a friend coming over. If she stays a little long, I'm going to watch it later because I'm excited to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and take off, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.